A woman wakes up in a strange house and does not understand where she is. A woman in a white robe sits next to her. The doctor asks several questions. Do you know what your name is? Do you know where you are and what year it is? The woman does not know the answer to all these questions. The doctor shows a photograph of the child, but the woman does not recognize him. The doctor suggests that because of the procedure, memory is impaired and this is normal. The woman begins to panic. She asks what is happening. A man comes and injects her with sleeping pills. At night, the woman wakes up and begins trying to get out of the house, but all the doors are locked and the windows are very strong. She finds a thin layer of wall. She breaks the switch and opens the door. A woman leaves the house and sees a huge empty hangar in front of her. She hides in the darkness and enters a strange room. She finds a container with pink liquid. The doctor comes and says that the woman should not have found out about everything so quickly. She says that people are created here, and she was also printed on a 4D printer. The woman escapes and sees a modern city. 2052. 2 years have passed. The woman named herself Lucy and now lives an ordinary life. She lives on a farm in a small trailer. Lucy cuts her finger and has a flashback. She takes a photo of the child, and at that moment, a girl named Charlie arrives. The deaf and mute girl is happy to see Lucy. They are good friends, but Charlie stole Lucy's notebook with drawings. Charlie wondered why Lucy was drawing these strange pictures. They go outside and launch a toy rocket. At this time, Jack, the girl's father, arrives. Lucy rents a trailer from him in which she lives. In the evening, Jack comes to Lucy and spends the night with her. Jack asks Lucy where she got this scar and asks to tell about her past. But Lucy doesn't want to talk about it. She confesses her love to Jack and says that she no longer wants to hide their romantic relationship from Charlie. At night, she again sees terrible memories. The next day, Lucy arrives at work. She is fixing a car and accidentally dips her hand in a pink liquid. She begins to see flashbacks and does not notice the approaching car. Lucy wakes up in the hospital. The doctor says that everything will be fine with her. All tests are normal. Lucy is amazed at this. She thought that her tests were different from other people. Lucy is going home. Meanwhile, scientist Kira Manning receives information that Lucy was found in the hospital. The organization immediately sends a secret agent to find the woman. At night, he enters Lucy's house and attacks her. Lucy begins to struggle. She runs out into the street and runs towards the field. The man cannot find the woman for a long time, but eventually catches her. The man realizes that Lucy is too dangerous. He points a gun at her, but Charlie saves Lucy from death. The girl shot the man. Lucy and Charlie return home and tell Jack what happened. Jack demands an explanation as to why Lucy is being attacked by a man. She says she can't tell anything, but right now they all have to leave. Jack is angry with Lucy, but agrees to go with her. Lucy explains to the girl that there is no need to worry about what happened. The girl saved Lucy's life by killing a bad man. They leave the farm and stay with Jack's friend Tina. Lucy goes to see her friend Craig. She tries to hack the phone of the man who attacked her. She finds out the place where the man left and she decides to go there. Meanwhile, secret agents come to Kira Manning. They say that Lucy killed a man named Tom wants to kill Lucy because she has become a threat. Kira says that it's not for him to decide. After this, Kira goes to the restroom and leaves a voicemail on the answering machine. She says she just wanted to talk to her best friend. Lucy arrives at the house where the agent who attacked her lived. She meets a girl. This girl is very similar to Lucy, and she saw her in her dreams. She stops her and scares her with her strange behavior. The girl runs away, and Lucy runs after her. Another woman joins the chase. Lucy catches the girl and takes her hostage. The agent lets them go. Lucy takes the girl away and threatens her with a gun. She thinks that the girl is in league with the company that is pursuing Lucy. Jules says he doesn't know anything. The girl gives her phone and runs away, but Lucy catches her and brings her to Craig. The man tries to calm Lucy down, but she is sure that the girl works for the company. Lucy tries to explain to Jules that they are created and are a copy of the same person. Lucy shows her scar on her arm. The girl still doesn't believe it. Lucy asks to tell her about her life. Jules says that her parents died in a car accident and she lost her memory and doesn't remember anything from her childhood. She has a grandfather, but due to poor health, she is being raised by a foster family. Lucy says that she doesn't remember her past either, because she doesn't have a past. Meanwhile, Tom and Emily arrive to meet with the director of the company. They talk about how Lucy killed one person and kidnapped Jules. Tom asks for permission to liquidate. The director allows Lucy to be stopped by any means necessary. Jules asks to go to the bathroom and tries to make himself a weapon. Lucy apologizes for being so mean to her, but Jules doesn't forgive her. She wounds Lucy and escapes. Lucy arrives home and Jack stitches up her wound. He worked as a military doctor and knows medicine well. Meanwhile, Kira arrives at the party to get a banned substance for her new drug. Jules comes home and is greeted by her adoptive father and a half-brother, Wes. She tells him what happened to her, and he suggests calling the police. But Jules says that this cannot be done because she is running an illegal business.
You really think calling the cops is a good idea?
Lucy talks to Charlie again and tries to explain to the girl that she is not to blame for what happened. Jack asks Lucy to tell everything, otherwise she and Charlie will leave forever. Lucy takes Jack to the hangar where she first woke up. She says that it was created on a printer and copied from another person. Jack finds this hard to believe, but he says he will help her. In the evening, Lucy comes to the building where Jules lives. The facial recognition system allows her to enter. In her foster mother's office, she finds a photo and sets herself a new goal: get into the building in the photo. Meanwhile, Jules decides to call his grandfather. He is very happy to see his granddaughter. She asks about the owl scar on her arm. Grandfather says that she fell off her bike and injured her hand. Jules is glad that Grandpa remembers this story so well. They say goodbye and end the call. Grandfather gets up and leaves the set. He complains to the young assistant that this girl asks a lot of stupid questions. Jules wakes up in the hospital. The girl doesn't remember anything about her life. Dr. Pam comes to her. She tells her that there was a car accident. Everyone except Jules died. The girl says that she doesn't remember anything, and what upsets her most is that she doesn't remember her dead parents. The doctor spends a lot of time with Jules. She tries to tell her a realistic story of her life, a life that never happened. Towards the end of therapy, Jules began to remember some moments from her life. An experienced psychiatrist implanted false memories in her. Lucy arrives at the hospital where Jules was hospitalized. The nurse tells her that the girl constantly had nightmares, and the psychiatrist was hired from another clinic. Jules sells his pills to other teenagers in chemistry class. After class, Dr. Pam comes to her and asks why she doesn't go to school. Jules is surprised that Dr. Pam is watching her life. Meanwhile, Tina goes for a walk with Charlie. On the playground, Charlie pushes a boy and he injures his hand. The police arrive and Charlie shows the officer a phone with the words, "I'm a killer," written on it. Tina explains that the girl's fish died and she is very worried about it. The agents discuss Lucy's capture. Tom really wants to catch her and eliminate her, but Emily thinks the opposite. She feels sorry for Lucy and does not want her to die. At home, Jules decides to read her diary. She finds some interesting posts and tries to Google them. It turns out that these words were taken from the book. Jules comes to the home of the author of this book. He says that he was asked to write these words for some medical research. He begins to panic and asks not to tell this to anyone. Jules begins to believe what Lucy told her. In the evening, she comes to her. Lucy tells everything she knows and says that she often sees a strange dream. Jules also has similar dreams. She figures out how to see this dream together. She suggests using her drug. Jules comes home and her parents ask her to take her medicine, antidepressant. Jules accepts it and immediately goes to the toilet. She asks Wes to help her and switches phones and clothes with him. She successfully escapes from home. Meanwhile, Lucy and Jack tell the girl the truth. She says that Lucy has become even cooler. Come Jules, and she's ready to start. Jack is against this way of obtaining information. Jules is surprised that Lucy loves such a boring guy like Jack. She says that although they are the same, they are very different. They take the drug and begin to dream. They decide to draw everything they see and combine all the drawings into one picture. At night, they have a heart-to-heart talk. Lucy says that now only family is important to her, but she wants to know who she was before. Who was their first version? Kira arrives at a speech by the head of the company. She asks why he gave permission to kill Lucy. He says she has become too dangerous. Kira is worried about Lucy. Emily approaches Kira and offers her help. She leads her to the hangar where the trailer in which Lucy lived is stored. She says that she understands Lucy and wants Kira to help her. Kira finds Lucy's notebook in the trailer with a drawing of a boy. Meanwhile, Lucy and Jules find the house they dream about. They have to participate in the party to get into the bathroom. They look at the floor and recognize the place. After the party, they ask the teenagers who lived in the house before. They name the woman and say that she now lives in a nursing home. Adoptive mother Jules tries to talk to her daughter, but does not hear an answer. She enters the room and realizes that Jules has run away. She asks Wes where Jules went. He tells her everything because he also started to worry about Jules. He says that he gave her his phone, and his mother begins to track her whereabouts. Lucy and Jules visit a woman named Melissa. They ask her questions, but the woman does not understand them. She suffers from dementia. Melissa calls them both by the name Eleanor. The nurse immediately calls Tom. Melissa takes them to her room and starts brushing Jules' hair. Lucy finds the pillow and recognizes herself. They understand that this is their real mother. At this time, secret agents had already arrived at the building. Lucy says we need to split up. Jules runs to the elevator, and Lucy goes down the stairs. Emily meets Lucy first, but she helps her escape. Jules meets his mom, but doesn't want to go with her. Tom asks Jules to come with him, but the mother uses pepper spray and saves her adopted daughter. Lucy runs out into the street and sees a car in front of her with Dr. Kira sitting in it. She says that she will save her and tell her everything. Lucy believes her and gets into the car. And this is where episode 4 ends. Write your opinion about this TV show. Write in the comments if you want to watch the continuation. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell to be the first to watch new videos.